Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. If you're listening in or around Boston, get moving. Pawleys North End announced that in honor of National Lobster Day, which, as you know, is today, September 25th, they are selling $10,000 engagement lobster rolls, presented with a 1 5/8 carat diamond atop 1.75 pounds of fresh lobster meat. Paul owns the place and said the idea of filling the restaurant with friends and family and popping the question in the most Boston way ever seems like a fun idea. The signature lobster roll is known as the USS Lobstitution. It's stuffed with 28 ounces of shellfish meat and served on a grilled long sub roll. And today, being National Lobster Day, comes with a certified round-cut diamond halo engagement ring garnish. Now, if you don't want the side of diamonds, the sandwich itself can be purchased for just $99.99. And you can get that any day, not just on National Lobster Day. Their menu says 28 ounces knuckle and claw lobster meat, twist of lemon and mayo on a grilled long sub roll. Can you sink it? If you would like the side of diamond, it'll cost you an extra $9,900.01. The price tag also includes closing down the restaurant for the couple and any guests they invite to this exciting engagement. So far, no takers, but you got a couple hours left. I hope you downloaded the show early. This next story here is a little naughty, but I'll watch myself, don't worry. So an interesting study during the recent presidential debate, apparently web traffic to certain websites, nudge nudge, say no more, plummeted. One of those certain websites said their traffic was down 14.8% during the debate. In Wisconsin, traffic to certain websites were down 22.6%. However, as soon as the debate went to the first commercial at 10:06 p.m., certain websites say traffic went back up. Control yourselves, people. Nice job in Colorado. The CDOT has built more than 40 wildlife underpasses and 3 overpasses. These crossings aim to funnel animals into the safe passageway rather than crossing the road where terrible things might happen to them. Executive Director Callahan says in some of the cases, we've seen a 97% reduction in crashes. So if you had 100 crashes last year on this 10-mile stretch of highway, now you have 3. They try to customize the crossings for individual animals. Apparently, animals are like people and like different things, we're told. For example, deer, bears, and mountain lions like underpasses. Elk, bighorn sheep, and pronghorn like overpasses. Smaller animals like mice, voles, weasels, snakes, and frogs like having a row of twigs and sticks they can hide in as they cross. Tunnels that are too long will frighten some species. We're also told some species like moose, deer, and coyotes figure it out pretty quickly. Elk, they're a little more cautious. Take some time to use the overpass. Okay, elk, it's all right. The deer began using the underpass before the crews were even done. Meanwhile, a British explorer has discovered the source of an uncharted Amazon river after being stalked by jaguars and ravaged by army ants. There's a headline. Ash found the start of the Copername River in Suriname. They also named 2 undocumented waterfalls, Dykes Falls and Wallace Falls, after team members who first spotted them in the largely unexplored jungle. Ash said, "We've mapped the coordinates and took a screenshot for any mapping associations who want that." He had hired a helicopter to drop him into the center of the ex-Dutch colony, which is 93% forested. He and his team spent the next 6 days fighting their way upstream in kayaks. Ash says it's crazy to think we're going to some places that the forest hasn't ever seen a human footprint before, and it's not surprising. It's brutal in the jungle. They came across a terrifying Goliath tarantula, which is the world's largest spider. But he said the scariest moment was when they awoke to find fresh jaguar excrement just yards from where they had been sleeping. Ash says we couldn't see it, but who knows how long it was potentially following our tracks to camp. We also had army ants take over our camp completely. They were all over our hammocks and our tarp, and they made 4 grown men stand at the side of the riverbank waiting for them to pass. The team survived on 500 to 600 calories a day. I can't even get through this program on 600 calories. All right, this could be really good news. Cars and planes could soon be built from the world's strongest batteries. Researchers are working on massless energy storage. That's a structural battery that could cut the weight of a laptop by 50%, make cell phones as thin as a credit card, or increase the driving range of an electric vehicle by up to 70% on a single charge. The idea here is the battery material becomes part of the actual construction material of a product. When cars, planes, ships, or computers are built from a material that functions as both a battery and a load-bearing structure, the weight and energy consumption are radically reduced. What a smart idea. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you would like the program without commercial interruption, there's a link in the show notes to tell you how that works. And please check out our sister podcast, 5 Minutes of Gratitude, a little mindfulness for you on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I got to do a better job. I also host a different podcast. It's called Daily Comedy News, where I tell you about the comedians. I do that one 7 days a week. That's Daily Comedy News. That one's a lot of fun as well. All right, have an awesome day.